Okay, I'm making another video. So, I told these two, A and this bus driver who drove me since my first year at Lighthouse, starting at 9, and drove me till I was 14, because I couldn't take with them harassing me and bullying me every day anymore. So, I, this, and and also I had to listen to how my mom was just saying how I was a trouble child, and Vinny was just a small guy always taking care of my mom. When I was far from the truth, I was taking care of my mom and AJ while Vinny was out drunk, and when he wasn't out drunk, he was abusing me and AJ and mom, even when she had ALS and couldn't walk anymore. That's what really happened. But of course I told the bus drivers that, and I just told them of the Florida trip, how I was OD'd on the Florida trip. It was out a few days. That's what mom said. And I told how mom told me how she had carried me off in a wheelchair. I thought it was very nice of her at the time. But that's because I was unaware that was me being OD'd. And told how Ving threw me downstairs and strained me and punched me all the time. But in the first house, he threw me down the stairs lots of times. And one of them they said, shut the fuck up. You should be more nice to your fucking mother that's dead and feet on the ground. And also get worse, he says, I feel bad for her mother. She's the reason why I feel bad for her mother. She had raised a troubled child like you. You're the reason why she's dead. Because of all the you stress her out, and because of all your stupidity and lies. So I remember that part. They said the reason why my mom's dead is not because of the ALS, or because stress that Vinny was putting her through, or even her drug deal with son AJ, which was my big brother. No, it was because of me. The one who didn't deal drugs and go out dealing drugs, or go out drunk, or abuse children. That was Vinny. Vinny was the one who was drunk all the time and abused children. That was me. And he did that to mom and AJ, who was my big brother. But yeah, I'm a troubled child. And so I decide to say that's enough, no more Mr. Nice Guy, and this was when I was in dad's custody, so I decided no more Mr. Nice Guy, and just decide that those two bitches just die. And I basically strangled one, and slammed her head against the window, and until she bleeded, and I was going to do the same thing to the bus driver. And she begged me to do it because she killed them both. And I said, worth it. So she ended up pulling up on the side. She ended up pulling up and pulling up on the side of on the high road, and this decided to driving back to school, and I said, yeah, I'll be safe if you apologize to me. And he was shocked and horrified that I said that. Because she says, you should respect your elders. Fuck you, cunt, I said. And fuck you too, cunt, I said. To the A and bus driver, I said. Call them cunts. And he said, we're the ones that deserve an apology. That's how the bus driver talks. She talks like a whiny little bitch. Because of her accent, I guess. That's what her voice sounds like. You deserve to blah blah blah. For the record, I was nice for the majority of the part of my life. I didn't let them see the Joker toy I got. And decided to show them it, and most of the time, the majority of the time, they would just act complete assholes, and, occasionally nice to me. And also, from staying at 10 when Mom couldn't walk anymore, every 60 minutes a day, they would talk outside with Fanny having a chat while I would watch 2 episodes of The Nanny with Mom for 60 minutes. Took. And I told him what I was doing every day, watching The Nanny with Mommy. And he says, no, you weren't. No need reason to lie to yourself. You look good. You were sleeping. We were honking for 60 minutes. When bullshit, they weren't honking for 60 minutes. They only honk after the 60 minutes were up. After it's been 60 minutes, they decide to honk. And I decide to come right out. And that's when Vane decides to stop chanting with them. Blah, 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 blah. And I had to listen to that all for the time. So anyway, remember the I assaulted the bus driver and Heath while we were driving? Well, I ended up getting timeout, restraint, and timeout when I got restrained before I even did anything physical by the A-bags because, well, they were assholes. All of them. Even Miss James. Yeah, you too, black cunt. It feels good to say that. Screw you, you big black cunt. Anyone who thinks that's okay to throw away my movie collection or any movie in my movie collection is not a good person. And that's Miss James. She would stab you back in a heartbeat if it means getting her fucking paycheck. Why? Because the A-bag's jobs are complete douchebags. Some of them are nice like Mr. Winged, but most of them are just complete fucking retards that have the asshole level turn up to 100. Oh, but it's the best kind of asshole. Passive-aggressive assholes. Yeah, those kind. You know, the kind that pretend to be a good person when they're just about ugly and as sin on the inside of their souls. And anyway, I got time off for every day, pretty much every day, because I decided to not apologize to bus drivers because bus drivers told their side of the story. Not my side of the story. They didn't want to tell the part when it makes them look like complete total douchebags that are unsympathetic to people who are going for grief. But I decided to tell them my side of the story, but every day. So of course they didn't believe me because I'm a fucking retard in their eyes. Lighthouse, his eyes. But they believe the poor old fragile bus drivers who not nice and just complete fucking assholes and who are unsympathetic who people go for grief. Like I said to everyone at Lighthouse that the truth about mom and that we didn't really have good reason because she fucked it up. And no one believed me at Lighthouse, not any of the kids or the A-bags or the teachers, no one. They just took mom's side and says, no, she's not in hell, she's in heaven. You did have a good relationship. You did. Like I can't think for my fucking self. Ha 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 ha. Jake's a fucking idiot. Ha 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 ha. And Vinny was just a small guy who always took care of mom and everyone else. When he threw me down the stairs in Medford and also when, not Everton, Medford, the first Medford house, and also the second Dover house after Dad got kicked out. Pretty much for watching Power Rangers. That's one of the reasons why he threw me downstairs, for watching Power Rangers. And because Power Rangers is cheesy and a stupid show. And I made the comment, so is the Rocky for franchise. And he didn't like that comment. And that's another reason why he threw me downstairs. Another reason why he threw me downstairs, which was the two most common reasons for watching, having Spider-Man marathon, and another common thing for liking the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers comics. And the Spider-Man marathon was all the cartoon shows, not the shitty movies that were out at the time, which was only 2 of them. While dressing up in a Spider-Man costume. And when I was watching my heroes, I was always talking about how great it would be if they made a movie of them. And Vinto says the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers are fucking stupid. And I stuck up for my heroes, and then I get thrown down the stairs because of them. More often, I got thrown down the stairs more often for defending the Avengers than for watching a Spider-Man marathon of all of his cartoon shows. While dressing up in a Spider-Man costume. And I was also dressing up in a Spider-Man costume when I was talking about my movies of them making an Avengers movie and how awesome it would be, and sticking up for my heroes to Vinny, who was a grown-ass man. And I was 6 and 5 when this happened. When all of this happened. Even the Power Rangers stuff. And the Spider-Man marathon. And also the Avengers part. And, yeah, he threw me downstairs. Felt like every day was. But actually it was every Monday. For the Power Rangers stuff. Because I was having a Power Rangers marathon every Monday. Watching all the Power Rangers shows. And the 2 movies that were only out. There were only 2 movies out at the time. But if there were more, I would watch them. Like there are now. There's 3 now. 3 of them out now. And, yeah. And, I told you I told the, I also, well, one time the bus drivers decided to call the Medford cops because I decided to stick up for myself by saying, shut up, I can't take this anymore. You're all awful people, I said. You're cunts, I said. And he said, I pull over at the gas station, and the apex side says, that's it, I'm not taking anything more. I'm calling the police. And, so when I decided to ran my ass off out and get my ass out of the truck because I didn't want to deal with Vinny again. Because I'm afraid of him. This happened when I was 14. This time happened when I was 14. And that lucky it wasn't Vinny didn't show up at all. It was just Charlie, my buddy Charlie, who was part of Mom's family and who was related to me. Well, I don't know if related was, but he's part of the family, Mom's side anyway. And anyway, he was also a cop, but it's not abusive, and it was never abusive to me, unlike Vinny, or throw me down the stairs, unlike Vinny, or thinking that my hobbies were stupid, unlike Vinny, or bully me and harass me like the bus drivers, or like Lighthouse, the bads at Lighthouse, or the teachers at Lighthouse, or the teachers at Columbus, or the principal at Columbus. So, I, of course, am the one that gets in trouble, and I tell Charlie what really happened. He listens to me, he believes me, and then he tells Dad. And then Dad tells first the bus company and first the bus drivers, and he just makes things worse. Wanna know why? Because the bus drivers felt threatened by me, and that's what they told the schools, that I threatened the bus driver and the company. Yeah, because Dad was called, used his cell phone to threaten the bus drivers and the company. And he also said I assaulted the bus drivers and the payback. Those people would have been dead if I assaulted them, because I have every reason to kill them. I mean that. Completely, literally. So I told him the truth, and he says, and you want to know what they say? The poor Lighthouse says to Jake. He says, no, tell the truth, own up to your fault. I am telling the truth, and you're not listening, bitches. So shove it up. You take that baldry and shove it up your ass, cunts. I said that to Miss James also, and Mr. Orlando, and yeah, that was everyone that's in the room every day. So what I did, I decided the perfect way to solve the solution. Ditch school. And don't have to listen to live with the bullying stuff. And so I decided I wanted to ditch school for this year. I told Danny he was okay with it. And then I got another bus driver who wasn't a bully me and was not harassing me every day. And he had black hair and a beard. Then the next year was a different guy who looks like Santa Claus and took a part-time job as Santa Claus. Then the next year was Bob, the bus driver. And he was really nice. He was the best bus driver I ever had in my life. But, you know, Lighthouse hated him because he was tired and showed up late, and called him a lazy or a lousy bus driver because he shows up late. Well, he's done more for me than Lighthouse ever done for them, so I don't think they should be in a position to judge him. I'm talking about the assholes at Lighthouse. There are nice ones at Lighthouse. They got more nice ones over the years as time went on. But most of them are just assholes who never listen to me, like Miss James. And Mr. Orlando. And my first therapist that I had at Lighthouse. She's short, very whiny, thinks she's always right, and wears glasses like she's trying to be smart. I don't even see the prescription. I think she just wants to wear them to look smart when she's a complete dumbass. I forget what her name is. Miss Bitch a lot. Miss Bitch blags a lot. Miss Bitch, bitch. Miss Bitch, bitch. Mrs. Bitch asshole. I'll call him Mrs. Bitch asshole. And also I remember the time Vinny I remember two more memories. I have two more memories. Okay, one time when I was 2 weeks old after my birth, so basically 0, and me and Mom were going for a jog, and Vinny decides to steal my binky and smash it on and step on it and break it, and he throws in the garbage. The year was 1997, I believe. Yeah, it was. That was the year I was born. And also in 1997, when I was like also 1 or 2 weeks old, Mom didn't have patience because, well, you see, I got circumcised, and Mom didn't have patience to put the medicine on, so she just put it on very quickly all at once with a Q-tip, and it's splattered on there because she could tell. I asked her, "Can we wait for Dad to do this?" Because she normally does that and takes his time a lot and knows what he's doing. See, my mom wasn't the person who has the most patience, but could act like she has patience when it came to public image, like Lighthouse in Columbus. This is what we call a pathological liar. Yes, my mom did lie a lot all the time, even when she didn't need to. So many times she lied. And, so anyway, she put on the medicine on my penis when I was like 1 or 2 weeks old. And, yeah, I was crying and Mama picked me up in her arms and was rocking me to stop crying, and it worked. Then I told her I wanted colada because I'm thirsty for something fruity and frozen cold. It took me like several times to announcing the word because I had trouble announcing the word mommy. I wasn't as good announcing the word mommy as I was with daddy. The word daddy, I was a lot better. And I remember I announcing the word daddy a lot better than I announcing the word mommy. For some reason, that was more of a tongue twister for me at the time. And, yeah, so anyways, she put on Bonnie the Dinosaur, Bonnie and Friends, the show, and I got an erection for the first time, and I told Mommy my pee-pee's up, and I asked, how do I pee now? And she was horrified, and she found it kind of cute at the same time. Because I didn't know how to pee now that it's up. Because I had erection for the first time. I was either 1 week old or 2 weeks old. Oh, I remember it was the first week I was born. I was 1 week old. Not 2 weeks. This happened before we went to the beach. And Vinny threw away my binky. And, yeah, so I was 1 week old at the time. And that was a depressed memory. Pop was depressed me because Mom made me cry because she didn't have any patience to put the medicine on my penis because I got circumcised. And, yeah, that was a depressed moment. but it was mostly happy moments because I got erection on Baby Bob from Bonnie and Friends because she reminded me of my cousin Alyssa, who was 3 years old at the time, and I was 0. I told Mommy that. I told my, she asked, what were you thinking? I was thinking how Baby Bob is so pretty and reminds me of my cousin Alyssa. And she, well, after, and once we got to, a Dunkin' Donuts and a drive-thru. While we were during the drive-thru, Mom had changed my diaper, and because I had my first sperm accident. Yes, sperm accident. In my diaper. Mom told me if that happens again, your pee goes up. Just unstrap your diaper and massage your pee-pee. And think about happy thoughts, like how Alyssa is pretty, I said. Yes, exactly. She also said that you couldn't even look at a picture of Alyssa if you're having trouble. So, Mom changed me while she was changing me while giving me advice on masturbation, and then I got my strawberry colada without whipped cream because I remember I always favored, not that I didn't like whipped cream with my colada, but I always favored it over the ones without whipped cream. I always favored the strawberry colada without whipped cream because it would taste more strawberry, I discovered. That's all.